You know guys, I think I've done you all a disservice. I'm over here hosting this YouTube channel that covers classic viral YouTube videos, and I haven't talked about probably the most iconic viral video of YouTube history. I'm talking about Antoine Dodson and the Bed Intruder song.
He's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to rape them, so y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
On July 28th of 2010, at the time 24-year-old Antoine Dodson was interviewed by a local Huntsville, Alabama news station for a story covering a situation in which a man broke into Dodson's home and allegedly attempted to sexually assault his sister. The suspect in question, or the bed intruder himself, was never actually charged with any crime. That's a story for later in the video. We'll get into it. But anyways, this rather eccentric interview clip featuring Antoine Dodson would end up going viral on YouTube, and he slowly found himself becoming internet famous. But once famous YouTube video song remixers Schmoyoho, aka the Gregory brothers, got their hands on Antoine Dodson's interview and create the Bed Intruder song, Antoine Dodson would go on to become one of the most beloved e-celebrities of all time. And I think most of you watching this video are keenly aware of Antoine Dodson. You're aware of the Bed Intruder song, but what most people don't know is what happened to Antoine Dodson after the Bed Intruder song went viral on YouTube. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video. Whatever happened to Antoine Dodson? So after the Bed Intruder song produced by Schmoyoho started to go viral, both Antoine Dodson and the Gregory brothers realized that there was some potential to monetize Dodson's status as an internet meme. Dodson would enter a joint venture with Schmoyoho, and the two parties would share the revenue generated from the Bed Intruder song on iTunes in a 50-50 split. And shortly after its July 3rd release date, the song was charting on the Billboard Hot 100 at number 89. And in some cases, the song was being played on radio stations. By the time September had rolled around, Schmoyoho and Antoine Dodson claimed the song had sold more than 250,000 copies on iTunes. And at 99 cents a download, that's not a shabby paycheck. Using the income from the Bed Intruder song, in addition with proceeds from t-shirt sales from his now defunct website AntoineDodson.com, Dodson was able to move his family out of the Lincoln Park projects to a safer neighborhood in an undisclosed location in Huntsville, Alabama. That way they would be free of the looming threat of the still at-large Bed Intruder. As months passed, the Bed Intruder song continued to accrue more and more views on YouTube, and Dodson's status as an internet celebrity would be further solidified. And as 2011 came around, Dodson found himself being inundated with business offers. He would work with an entrepreneur to create a Bed Intruder Halloween costume, which included a red bandana and a wife beater, which ended up selling well around Halloween. He was also paid to endorse a sex offender locator application for Android and iOS.
Help is on the way. Antoine Dodson here for the revolutionary sex offender tracker app.
On top of these business collaborations, he was getting TV appearance offers from Hollywood. And because of this, Dodson would decide to spend some time in California and would make appearances on TV shows like Tosh.0 and George Lopez Tonight. It was certainly an exciting time for him. And in early 2011, while Antoine Dodson was doing all these public appearance gigs, he was approached by a television production company to sort of formulate a show around his likeness and about him moving from Alabama to Hollywood. And the production company would work with Dodson to film some footage for this show, but the actual finished product never came to fruition. So now we're getting into the summer of 2011. The spice from the Bed Intruder song is still there. Antoine Dodson is still a pretty hot commodity, but the television offers start to slow down and the public appearance gigs pretty much cease. It was at this point where Antoine Dodson entered the strange purgatory state that many e-celebs find themselves in the months after them blowing up online. The business offers begin to slow down, the source material begins to wane in popularity, and things begin to monetarily stagnate. It's a situation where it seemed like a traditional career in entertainment just fell in your lap, but people are faced with the reality of internet stardom isn't the same as mainstream celebrity. Antoine Dodson was eventually forced to return back to his family in Huntsville, Alabama, where he would remain for the foreseeable future. Months later, after moving back to Alabama, TMZ reported that Antoine Dodson had been arrested for possession of marijuana. Quote, Dodson was popped in Alabama by Huntsville PD around 2:30 a.m. He was booked on a misdemeanor charge of possession of marijuana and released a short time after. According to the jail's website, Dodson was hit with a few other misdemeanor charges, 2 for failing to appear on a traffic charge, 1 for failing to have insurance, and 1 for speeding. He was then arrested again months later in September. On September 24th of 2011, Dodson was pulled over in Huntsville for playing music from his car that could be heard farther than 50 feet away. The police found that he had an outstanding warrant for failing to appear in court after his April 23, 2011 arrest and took him into custody for the night. He was released the next day on a $516 bond. After the back-to-back arrests in 2011, we wouldn't get a major update from Antoine Dodson until 2013 when he was involved in this rather bizarre controversy between him and his fans after he retracted his status as a homosexual man. I have to renounce myself. I'm no longer into homosexuality. I want a wife and family. I want to multiply and raise and love my family that I create. I could care less about the fame and fortune. I've given all that up to know the true history of the Bible, for I am the true chosen Hebrew Israelite descendant of Judah. And as true Israel, I know that there are certain things we just can't do. And I totally understand that now. I don't need a Mercedes-Benz. I don't need a big house in Beverly Hills. All I need is the Most High and my family, Israel. I've been awakened by the great, and so should you. Let's be delivered from the wickedness of the world and live the way we should. The Most High bless all and have a beautiful evening. Israel, wake up and take full power of who you are. I'm ready, are you? And if it wasn't made overly clear by this Facebook post, it seems as though the reasoning behind Antoine Dodson disavowing his status as a homosexual man is that he became a black Hebrew Israelite and that lifestyle wasn't compatible with his new faith.
Antoine joins us now. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me, you say you are, quote, no longer into homosexuality. What made you change your mind?
It's just that, I just been sitting at home. I've been having a lot of free time to myself, so I just been sitting, reading a good book, the Bible, and stuff like that.
This caused a bit of outrage within the LGBTQ community and Dodson, with him losing followers across his social media accounts. But at the end of the day, it didn't really matter. Apparently, Dodson had come to the conclusion that he was no longer gay and he was a straight man, and there was nothing anyone could do or say to change his mind, and that's that. Fast forward to 2014. Remember the bed intruder? Yeah, well, he's still on the loose. Well, not really, because it turns out he wasn't trying to sexually assault Antoine Dodson's sister at all. According to an interview with a man named Rashad Cooper, who claims to be the bed intruder, Cooper was romantically involved with Dodson's sister, and the two had got in an argument which ended up with Cooper jumping out of the window after Dodson's sister started throwing objects at him. Here's a quote from Cooper. I was at the house chilling one day, just me and Kelly. She tried to do something I wasn't down for yet. All of a sudden she got mad and bipolar and started throwing stuff, trying to fight me. So I won't lie, I did hop out that window. A mad woman, you don't play with them. And this Rashad Cooper fellow, who claims to be the infamous bed intruder, would go on to challenge Antoine Dodson to a boxing match. Quote, I was on Facebook one day and saw a link about Antoine wanting to do some fighting. I was like, are you serious? I was always told patience comes to those who wait. So I contacted Damon, the promoter, and told him I want to settle something. I'm the alleged intruder. He asked if I was serious, then contacted Antoine and we set it up. I'm looking forward to it because I'm still mad. Everything he said was a lie. He destroyed my life. All dirt comes out in the wash. First off, he's gonna get knocked out. He's gonna wind up crying and confessing after the beatdown I give him. Tell your wife, tell your husband, tell your kids, this is going to be the best celebrity knockout you'll ever see in your life. On October 30th, it was announced that a boxing match between Cooper and Dodson would indeed go down on November 4th, with the event being televised on ETV via pay-per-view. And on November 4th, the fight commenced as planned. Antoine Dodson versus Rashad Cooper. Play the clips. So yeah, Antoine Dodson won the fight, but if you ask me, it looks like Rashad Cooper is sandbagging just a little bit. You know, there might be a small chance that this entire fight is staged and that this really isn't the bet intruder, but I don't know, guys. I'm just a YouTube commentator, so don't take my word for it. I'm an idiot. This thing is 100% real, right? We'll just have to take Rashad Cooper and Antoine Dodson's word that this is indeed the real bet intruder. It just looks so fake. This wouldn't be the last time Antoine Dodson stepped into the ring. He was later part of a celebrity boxing match against actor and TV producer Joe Rubo, and in this fight, Antoine got TKO'd and lost the event, which cost $100 to watch, might I add. And after those boxing matches in 2014, there really hasn't been much that's happened in Antoine Dodson's life. He launched a Kickstarter several years ago in the hopes of launching a reality TV show about his life with the goal of $38,000, but it was never reached. In fact, it only got $766. And according to a 2018 interview with BET, Dodson claims he now works as a substitute teacher in the Huntsville School District. He occasionally uploads vlogs to his YouTube channel, Antoine Dodson 24, and seems to be enjoying the calmer life of a former internet superstar gone back to a somewhat normal person. I think Antoine Dodson is a prime example of how short the limelight of being an e-celebrity really is. At first, it seems like you'll be able to translate your source material hype into a career, but it really never pans out that way. In the years following Antoine blowing up online, it always seemed like he was struggling to come up with some kind of way to capitalize on the meme, with his last attempt seeming somewhat desperate with the boxing matches. But at the end of the day, man, you can't really blame him for trying to make a buck off of his image. And before I go, I want to point something out. It sure is a shame that all of Antoine Dodson's videos on his YouTube channel are filmed vertically and have no editing whatsoever, rendering them mostly unwatchable. So much squandered potential. If only he had access to a vast bank of tutorial videos that could show him how to use editing software like Adobe Premiere and Final Cut Pro to take his channel to the next level. What vast collection of tutorial videos am I referring to? I'm talking about the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare, of course. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with more than 25,000 classes in video editing, music production, business, and much more. Premium membership gives you unlimited access so you can join classes and communities that are just right for you. A class I recommend is Video Editing with Adobe Premiere for Beginners by Jordy Vandeput, which would be a great start for not just Antoine, but anyone wanting to learn how to edit videos for YouTube. If you're looking to pick up a new skill for one of your creative endeavors or just want to generally expand your knowledge on a specific subject, Skillshare has a class for it. Right now, Skillshare is giving away a free 2-month unlimited access trial to the first 500 people who click the link in the description box. And after that, it's just $10 a month, so check that link out. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much the story of whatever happened to Antoine Dodson. Let me know what you guys thought about the video and let me know who you want me to talk about next in the comments section. Major shout out to my patrons. Wavywebsurf out. Peace.